Okay, so now we're about to do another design, and in this design we're actually going to take the panels going outward instead of going inward. So check out this design. So the same as before, all of the measurements is the exact same. Only thing we're changing in this design is the actual swags, right? So you want to come in the middle of your backdrop and you're going to be working from the middle. So these will go outward, these will go outward, and then you'll have two panels come inward and two on this side come inward, right? Okay, so it's a couple of different ways to get your actual weave pattern, right? I'm gonna show you the simplest way and how I get to do it in just a matter of seconds, right? So I work from one side and then I go do the same exact pattern on the other side. So let's just start on this side, which is the left, right? So you're only gonna be working with 4 panels on this side. So I always start with the 2 in the middle first. And if I know I am taking that to the middle to create a crisscross, I just toss that one there to the middle. Then this one, which is second to the last, I bring to this way because it's going to the upright. And I just drop it on the floor, right? Then I take my far left panel, which is the one on the end, and I crisscross it again. And I bring that to the front because that's where it's going to go. And then I take my panel that's furthest to the end that's in the middle and I bring it to the upright. And that's how that side is going to be. So then I do the same exact thing on the opposite side. Okay, so I know it looks a little crazy, but at least I know exactly where my panels need to be. So then I'll go back to the beginning side where I initially started, and then I'm going to secure my panels to the upright. So now you're going to need your pipe cleaners. So I suggest you have them in your fanny pack, have them in your pocket somewhere close by. And I'm going to be using, on this side alone, I'm going to be using 2. So how I like to measure my fabric to make it super easy and super, I don't have to do a lot of measuring. I'll just bring my beginning panel, right? I start right here at the 3-foot mark, which is the bottom slot. And I just hold it there. And then, again, once you hold it there, I lift it, because that's how you get the swoop. And then I just let the fabric, again, fall in my hand, right? Then I secure it. The good thing about this fabric, it's easy to manipulate. There's not a lot of you have to do to it, right? So then I get my second piece, which is this, depending on how deep I want it to hang. Again, I extend it all the way to the pole, which is about right there. Then I lift it so it can fall in my hand and just let it drop just like that. Then I secure it to the upright. And I'm going about, easy measurement, about a foot from the floor. Maybe about 16 inches. If you want to be really accurate, again, I suggest you use your measuring tape. So that's it for that side. Now I'm going to go to the other side. So again, you want to just bring your panel over to the slot, pick your fabric up, let it fall directly in your hand, secure it to the upright. Get your other piece of fabric, bring it over to the upright, lift it up, let it fall directly in your hand, just like that. Then secure it to the upright. Oops. Now if you lose it, just grab it, lift it up, drop it in your hand, and go to the pole. Okay, now it may not be even. For right now, you just want to be sure that it's there. So next thing you're going to do is work with your middle pieces, right? So you want to take your panel, which is the two that you're bringing to the middle, and what you're looking to do is line them up directly in the middle. So you don't want to stand over here and try to attempt to do this. You don't want to stand over here. You want to stand directly in the middle of your design and then do it. So you just look up where you want the fabric to come to, and then you bring them together. You can even hold it here all at one time. And all you're going to do, be sure to keep it secure in your hand. Once you have your fabric firm in your hand, it won't go anywhere, no matter what happens. So once you have that, again, you just want to lift it up and grab your fabric, right? So you have one. Same thing with this one. Just lift it up. Now this you could play with as much as you want, as far as making it deep, making it loose, however you want to do it. But once you have it in your hand, you want to tie them together. Again, you don't want to tie it too tight, because when you stand back, you have to have room to make adjustments. So just give it a little twist, maybe 1, 2, 3 twists, and you're good to go. So now what you want to do, if you see it, I clearly see it, how this is uneven, which is why you don't want them to be super tight. You just want to pull your fabric up so that it can hang. Any kind of pieces, the edging, any kind of things like that that may be showing, you definitely want to take your time to kind of hide those things away, right? So now you're going to do the same exact thing for your remaining 2 pieces. So you just want to pick your fabric up to kind of get it out of your way like this, kind of push it forward a little bit. And you're going to pick your fabric, this panel, as well as this panel, and you're going to do the same exact thing, but you're just going to go further down. So now you want to go about right here will be good. Bring them together, and what you're doing at this point, and I'm going to do it right here so you can see. What you're doing at this point is you're lining that up with this. You want that to kind of be very even, right? But you're just going to do it in the back. So now, same thing, lift it up, grab your fabric, and just hold it there. Same thing on the other side. Grab your fabric, and then secure it with a pipe cleaner. Okay, so now when you have everything pretty much secured, this is where you kind of go in and make your corrections, right? So what I'm looking at, again, is evenness here. I'm looking at evenness for all of my swags. This should line up with this, and this should line up with this. So when you're creating your swag, you have an option of making a deep swoop, such as these, or a clean sweep. When it's a clean sweep, it's more or less like that and like that. So that's totally up to you if you want how you want your design, how you want your swags to look. So again, what I'm going now I'm about to measure for and make accurate is this should be lined up with this, and this should be lined up with that. These two should be even, and these two should be even. So now I'll make my corrections. they look at you now, okay? What's wrong? Be sweet in the morning. Nope. So if you can spot the difference, when I stood back and looked at the design, I did not like the deep swoops. So I made it look a cleaner cut, meaning it pretty much just comes straight down. It looks a lot cleaner, and I like it this way. Same thing here, I cut things a little cleaner so the swoop wasn't too deep. Since this is a nice like a flowy sequin, I kind of wanted it to just be not too much. So that's what I did. I evened everything out. Now I'm just going to cover my poles, and that's it. So when you're covering your bases, all you want to do is just really make sure that they're covered up. But you don't want to have a ton of fabric in the front. So I tend to kick the excess in the back. I hate really big poofy balls right here when it's not necessary. So I'll like load up all of my fabric in the back, and then I take my pole cover and really just create like a dress, or a cape rather, around it, just to kind of clean things up. You shouldn't see your base anywhere in your design. And pretty much just like that. Do that on both sides. That up like that, make a little cape, and then do the same exact thing for the middle. So the one in the back, you just kind of want to make a dress for that one, or a cape, or a little poofy ball. And then same thing with the one in the front. Just kind of roll it so it's not just too much fabric around. Make things look real elegant. Make sure your inseam isn't showing anywhere. Okay. Okay, so now for the last finishing touch is you're going to take one of those pole covers, and you pretty much can use anything you want to use, but I want everything to be gold, so I'm going to use the same exact fabric and cover up the knot. So I'm going to use one of these pole covers and just take it, and I'm kind of going to tuck it a little bit because I don't want it to be a huge knot. Fold it. And then just use it to surround the fabric. And then just stick a straight pin, like a pearl tip straight pin. Stick it in. And that's pretty much it. Ta-da!